What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie2988 coming at you live once again to the power of the internet.
Here we go. Skip it up and that up. So I know Boogie2988 is no longer a fan of me. He thought I should have given him a heads up before I made my videos criticizing some of his actions. I don't agree. There's people that make videos on me all the time criticizing me. As a matter of fact, one of the videos that inspired me to make this video on Boogie was one of Griffin Gaming's videos where he was actually criticizing Boogie, but he brought up a take about me regarding the Xbox Series S. It's a 1440p console. Still think it should be able to do backwards compatibility with the 4K games like Red Dead Redemption and have the backwards compatible 4K niceties. Think the box has plenty of grunt to do that, even though it has less compute performance than the Xbox One X, which it's replacing. Even though, yes, I know it's marketed as a 1440p, 120 FPS console. I think running old Xbox 360 games at 4K with the RDNA 2 GPU and the Zen 2 cores in the Series S should be plenty for it to run those games at 4K. But I'm not a hardware engineer, so maybe there's something I'm missing. But anyway, beyond that, I'm actually subbed to Griffin Gaming. I like his channel. Boogie made a video a few days ago talking about the Xbox Series S and Xbox Series X price leaks. That's the name of the video. I'll have a link to it below in the description. Him talking about the price leaks, it is what it is. But his take on the Series S is absolutely, positively awful, and you could tell he did zero research on it. I've made mistakes before with my videos, but this was like, you could tell by how he was talking that he didn't look into anything for even 2 seconds, because one article with 30 seconds of research would have let him understand why the Xbox Series S actually is a very good deal. And the features it's giving you, which I'll talk about later, there is no possible way you could build a computer with those features in 2020 for $299. Anyway, full video below from Boogie. Here is the Cliff Notes cut of that video. Take a look, and then we will discuss through the power of the internet.
Now, shout out to YouTuber Brad Sams, because he's the one who revealed what the Series S will look like. And it looks like the Series S is just a Series X with no disk drive. So you're saving $200 for a digital-only version. Though here's where it gets a little bit confusing. The Xbox Series S is less powerful than the Series X. And that's why they're taking the Xbox One X off of the shelf, because the Series S is about as powerful as the Xbox One X. No one should buy a Series S. If you can save up the other $200, absolutely, you're getting a console that's 3 times as powerful, that also allows you to use physical media so you can buy, trade, and sell your games. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. Steer away from the Series S. You're basically getting a last-gen console if you do. But the way that Microsoft is billing this, you would think this is a true next-generation experience. It's basically an Xbox One X, but they're saying faster load times, higher frame rates, richer, more dynamic worlds, next-generation gaming performance, except they're competing with themselves here. I get that some people won't be able to afford a Series X and will need to take this option, but it seems like such a ripoff to me.
Christ almighty in heaven. I don't even know where to begin, because it just, all he did, what it seems like, is that he's like, oh, Xbox One X, 6 teraflops of compute performance. Xbox Series S, 4 teraflops. Oh, it's a mistake. That had to be all you did, Steven, Boogie. That had to be all you did, because you are 150% wrong. 150% wrong. The Series S is more powerful than the Xbox One X. Yes, it may have less compute performance, but you have to realize that lower compute performance is based on newer technology, RDNA 2. You do realize, Boogie, that even though it's only a 1440p 120 FPS console, which you can't get any higher than 60 out of the Xbox One X, another bonus for the Xbox Series S, that the Xbox Series S for $299 has ray tracing hardware baked into it. What PC can you build for $299 that could give you ray tracing at 1440p? You do realize that those Zen 2 cores in the Xbox Series S absolutely blow away the 8 horrible Jaguar cores that are in the Xbox One X, right? You do realize that the storage inside of the Xbox Series S is the same tech that's in the Xbox Series X, which is way faster than the slow storage that's built into the Xbox One X, right? You looked into all this, right? No, you didn't. You just saw 4 teraflops. You saw no disk drive, which their competition, PlayStation, is also coming out with a diskless console. And just said, yep, Xbox One X is more powerful. I just see that 6 teraflop, and there's only 4 teraflops on the Series S. Gonna make a video on it. That's all you did. I've made mistakes before in videos, I admit that. But this was like 2 seconds worth of research mistake. You blew it.
You blew it.
Now, he also goes on to say the console's a ripoff, and right before he says that, he shows this still showing Xbox pinned tweet about the Series S. All digital next-gen console. It is what it is. Sony's doing the same thing. Faster load times. Has the new SSD tech in it. It's true. Higher frame rates. 120 FPS. Xbox One X, 60 FPS. True. Richer, more dynamic worlds. With the hard drive and the Zen 2 cores and the ray tracing and all that, that's true too. Next generation gaming performance. You ain't doing 120 FPS with ray tracing on the previous gen Xbox One X. And this is also true in our smallest box ever. Where are they lying, Boogie? Where are they ripping you off? Now, of course, Boogie pulled a Boogie move, making a video replying to the fact he got the negativity for that original video. Xbox Series S is confusing. Should the Xbox Series S exist? Now, he goes on to talk about the naming and how that could be confusing, which to a small point I do agree. But that was Boogie doing what he always does when he gets flack for one of his takes. He makes another video trying to backtrack a little bit. Yeah, but you know what, Boogie? The naming isn't even a big deal anymore because they got rid of the One X, and now there's only the Xbox Series S, and Xbox Series X, and Xbox One S, which maybe some people may be dumb and confuse the One S for the Series S, but I don't think so. And I don't think Microsoft is going to be officially selling the One S for that much longer. So, Boogie, this is, again, why people give you crap. Because it's like you just jump on a topic, don't look into anything, and you just want to get your take out as fast as possible all the time so you could be out there and people could see your video. But, you know, I've made plenty of mistakes before, too. But this one was like, again, 20 to 30 seconds reading an article, and you would understand what the Series S truly is and why it's actually more powerful than the Xbox One X. And you just told people that it's a ripoff when it's actually a hell of a deal that's very competitive. Go try to build a PC with ray tracing for $299, Boogie. It ain't happening. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one. Hey, if you enjoy my content, consider becoming a Review Tech USA member. I'll have a link below in the description. I live stream now on this channel all the time, and it gives you access to cool emoticons to use as well while I live stream. Again, link below in the description. Thank you for your continued support.